home game of the season for one team. It is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Michigan's offense takes the field. Stakes are always high in the game. Careers are made and lost because of it, and they'll have to manage their emotions, guys.
Some games in college football just mean more. When you think about Ohio State and Michigan, you think about not just Big Ten implications, national title implications, Heisman Trophy implications. Late in the year, David, this is just must-watch TV.
Must-watch TV. Two of the winningest programs in college football history. This game, I tell you what, recent years has really brought back the tradition and been so much more competitive now that Michigan's also getting some wins.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field. Get it to him early on the first drive. Let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often. He picks up a big game.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Those winged helmets flew up and down the field as Michigan won in a blowout last season.
It was a beatdown, and the team up north did some spanking to the team down south. And this was already talked about. This is already a rivalry that you get bragging rights. But when it's a one-sided beatdown and you're Ohio State and you had a year to simmer on this, you better respond.
Ohio State got spanked by giant pounds, too. I mean, that was all over the place. And I'll tell you, Michigan, they came out on fire offensively. Explosive plays. They put their speed on display, and they're going to try and do that again this game.
Looking to go up top on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in first and goal. They are feeling it.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. See if they can get it done on second and goal. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball off.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's picked off at the goal line. Crosses midfield. And they capitalize.
It's my fault for throwing off balance.
On the great return to improve this field position.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jason. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. This kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Got it in the middle. It's Averill. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, I think the experience on offense was a big reason why the head coach felt confident going for it there on fourth down. He says a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've been in these big game moments before, ice in their veins. And you saw it there on that completion to keep the sticks moving.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering.
That should have been a fumble.
About it, more people are spreading it. So obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoff.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. How about that determined run inside the red zone? He's got 6. It's down at the 12.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. And this one splits the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. A first down for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's complete to the left. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Trying play action.
Dude,
He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
My fault for doing that? What is going on with this?
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set is able to rip off that one for a first down.
And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They're going to ride this running back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys. I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, with great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year. And this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always matters. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The give to the tailback. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the running back. The Wolverines get enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Out of the gun, looking to throw.
Where is he throwing?
Picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make
That's the
a stand.
computer, man.
And they'll close
Literally
in on
the
him
computer.
after a good return on the interception.
How is he throwing it 5 yards behind him?
Not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. He'll start this drive firing.
And my linebacker is in man with the running back and then don't even cover.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That's a really nice throw. You think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing. We've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has the skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go, and he's playing at a high level.
He leaves it with his back. Shakes off the defender.
This is bull crap, dude.
Down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver with the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. And that pass picked off. First down here for the offense. Used the play fake. Now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's reeled in. It's Peppers. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think guys like
the other player.
Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice big huge game from the OC? Let's call that one again.
A stroke of serendipity, not the intended receiver, but the one he completed it to.
You'll take it as a quarterback, too, because at the end of the day, that is still a completion. Nobody has to know that wasn't the guy you were throwing it to.
Leaves it with the back. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And it'll be a short game.
That's a late hit.
Take a big hit there on the scramble.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, but I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He finds his man. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Off the play fake. The sweet feet buy a little time. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop in this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shot.
Lofts one high and deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Peppers.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here.
Oh my God, that's the computer.
Down to 7 seconds.
What the heck?
And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field.
I should have used a caught that. I literally should have used a caught that. Literally falls right on his head.
The first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, whether it's in the shoe or the big house, when you have these two programs with all that's at stake today, you know emotions run high in a game known simply as the game.
He'll bring it out. It's Freeman. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal.
He puts a lot of air under it down
I should
the
use a catch that too.
And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Got the first down and more. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Yeah, and when I got a guy like that at QB, I'm going to give him the ball early and often. I'm going to let this dude do him because give him multiple options. He makes the right decisions, you could tell. But in the end, he's got speed, playmaker. I want to find ways to continue to get him the ball, let him make decisions, and make plays like this.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Buckeyes are marching down the field. Going up top on first down. Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
How about this? It's a strong safety who spins down in the box all the time and usually plays run. You could tell. Saw pass, diagnosed it, and went and got the quarterback on the ground.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air.
Pick it.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one.
Who's in the play, I think?
On third down, he drops to throw. using his legs to buy some time. Going to try to get it himself.
That was not the play I think.
Going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, that's about as risky as it can get as a head coach. Early in the game, 4th down, deep in your own end, and you go for it. Nice job, offense.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Still on his feet at the 45. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air on 1st down.
He covered that.
Keeps looking downfield. Fighting off the defender. Couldn't find anybody to throw to.
There's no way he covered that like that. What'd that pick?
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Oh, crap.
They go to the ground. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. And the Wolverines want to move quickly. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
I love RPOs. It puts the defense in such a bind. Are they handing it off? Are they throwing the football? How quickly can I commit to this? And you see with the RPO, it just freezes the defense for a half a second. It allows the offensive line to set those blocks up, and they're able to go get the first.
Gets it out quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout.
Come on, man. Throw it ahead of him.
All over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the 3rd interception he's thrown.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Getting some heat. It's complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And when you get closer to this area near the red zone and closer inside the 5 like you are here, it's tough to throw certain routes, right? Like you need to throw those slants. You need to throw those fades. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hands really, really quickly because you know you're going to get some pressure from that defense.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket.
Oh, whatever, dude.
Now, Buckeyes! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Oh, they will let me tackle him.
If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. So that drive covered 40 yards, and they finished it off with a score from the 4. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw.
Why he looks so slow now?
But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Finds his tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with that catch.
Power football with the run. One-step rep, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
I love when players understand the situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Unloads quickly.
Dude,
The
Peppers, block him.
there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Let's go. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
No surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
Quick completion to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right spot. Nice job.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, all right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all.
Okay, guard. He's not going to even block him.
This offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Second down coming up with this red zone opportunity. They'll test the right side. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play.
Touchdown, Michigan! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
On second down, wants to throw it. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll get down to avoid the hit, but he might not be able to avoid this penalty flag. So the
illegal contact,
and the coach will take the penalty. First down, 10 yards to
oh
go.
my God.
He wants to throw. Working the middle, it's complete.
I don't even know where that came from.
Pick up a little bit short of the first down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. They're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically.
And they're blitz on.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you a huge third down. They're working that left side. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been
Dude, I
hard just to
picked
find
inside position,
no
and he
doubt.
still
It's
ran a
the same
slant.
thing here in this 2-minute drive.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feet.
How's
Understanding
that?
where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. On second down, just keeps firing. Got his man. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Ohio State. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire. Who steps up and makes the big-time play?
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Crosses the 40. The expressway is wide open. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Snags it. Touchdown, Wolverine.
Way to read the D, baby.
And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game. Let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wants to throw on second down. Buys a little time with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He's looking to throw it. He's taking a deep shot. Grabs it inside the 10. And they fight.
That's some bull crap.
All the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did. We saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry.